YouTube fans, here again. And I figure why not? If I'm talking about video nasties, why not this one? Apart from sitting upstairs in my bedroom, why not this one? I remember doing it a few times when it comes to video nasties, that being the Night Chain murders. I say it again, Night Chain murders. Now, you could say this is technically sort of like a remake before the remake of Last House on the Left. And it's a funny one, this. Don't mean funny. I mean funny in the fact that Last House on the Left, as we all know, is sort of like a remake. It was inspired by a foreign film called, remember right there, Victoria Summer Springs. Very similar story. Funny thing was that won awards for the best foreign picture back in that era. And as we all know, Last House on the Left, even though it was the first film that Westhaven did, it was banned in a lot of countries and it was heavily banned a lot. And in the UK, it got banned for a number of days. Well, I'm not saying now we've got it uncut because we have got it uncut offensively on DVD, but that's theirs. This, on the other hand, you could sort of like say this is the remake of Last House. The only difference is it's on a chain. It's on a chain. So I like that idea. I think it's unique. I think it's different. I think it's a very well made film. But both people think I'm sick and I'm one of them that's happened his chainsaw. I'm just saying I think it's a very well made film. For a foreign, I think Italian sort of rip off of Last House. It's not bad as video nasties go. Is it an easy film to watch? No, it is a hard film to watch. It's disturbing. I like the idea it's done on a chain. It makes it different, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's a hard film to watch. A very hard film to watch. Which you can demonstrate why in its day it was a video nasty. It's still a disturbing film, but a powerful film to watch. Let's go with the film. Let's go with the story. Let's go with the film. So you get a bit of music, and the music is so fucking annoying. It's not like this religion sort of. I would say 70s, it's a 70s film, but it sounds like you hear someone singing a tarot. Goes Daddy's dud, Daddy's day, la 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 la. Well, sing the rest. I'll kill it. I can't kill it anyway. The song fucking sucks. But you've got these typical lads, typical stadists, they think it's fun there to beat people up. And you get the idea it's near Christmas time. Because you've got one guy dressed up as Santa and they run up and mug him. They mug him. Nice. There's so lots of dickheads, it's unbelievable. They've got this one woman, she's got a fur toe, and they run up and they cut a fur toe and then they're doing it on a runner and they jump on the chain. And then you've got these two girls, they're the naive, but they don't preserve what they get, especially at the end. They don't preserve it. You've got these two young girls, they're leaving to go to visit the relatives near Christmassy time, and they go on the same train. Then you get this other woman who I think is a total fucking bitch. Why do I think she's a bitch? Well, you find that out in the film. There's a bit where she's bonking one of the lads. Right, I'm not going to say any more than that. And there's a bit where she's got photographs. So you've got the idea they're pornographic and they're hardcore. So it gives you an idea what sort of person she is. Right? Hey, I'm a red-blooded male myself, but she's definitely fucked up in the head as the film goes on. The two girls at first meet the two lads, they think they're typical, they think they're funny, but they feel a bit nervous after a bit, so they decide to go into another chain. You've got one of them's got a father. This is a bit where I say it's more of a remake of Last House, because if you remember Last House on the left, the father was a doctor. Surprise, surprise, the father's a doctor in this. You got the idea he's paying away, but really he doesn't go too much into that. And you got the idea he's not into violence. He's typical sort of nice couple, which is very similar to Last House. There's a bit where they're having a Christmas dinner party, and he's going on saying he doesn't agree with violence and so on. The father. I think his performance is very well done. He definitely gives a good performance. And the girls are terrible acting for an Italian budget film. It's not bad, and it does have a lot of good moody atmosphere, especially when it's on the train. I remember being on a train myself, and yeah, you can definitely get that feel. It's moody, it's so on. So like I say, the two girls, they feel uncomfortable, they go on another part of the train. Long below, that's a big mistake because the two lads and this woman sneak on the train. And they tap them into a train, and then at first you think it's all fun and games, but then the lads and the girl get nasty. And they start to lock them in, and they set to intimidate them, and so on. Now, some people might say, well, why don't you get out the train? Why don't you just stupid help? Why don't you try and get out? Number one, there's two lads. Yeah, they're dickheads, but they've got thick knives, and they're obviously fucking psychopaths, and they feel scared. There's like fear times two. There's a bit where one of the girls tries to get away and she gets a smack in the face. That's probably why. And it's like I say, there's a really sort of very disturbing film at this point. The sets are humiliating them, they're hitting them in the face, they're making them do this. And there's one guy, a bit of a perf, and they get him in, they push him in, and they basically make him rape one of the girls. This is how fucked up the film is. And one of the girls falls up. This is how fucking evil this woman is. This sums how evil she is. Oh, she's throwing up. Oh, hope it's not on my toe. She's really egging these lads on. The guy runs off anyway when he realises what he's doing. But he does do a decent thing after the film. He does phone up, and I think he does call the police. He obviously rejected what he did. So there's a bit again where one of the lads tries to rape a girl. He realises she's a virgin. Gets a thick knife, sort of put it in traffic detail. Stabs her down there. She bleeds to death. The other girl is half naked, runs, starts to run out. The lads are chasing her. She starts to time on the train, which is a bit stupid, but both if you're scared, you do stupid things. So she's standing on the window of the train, right? This is the day after. And because of the wind and the speed, it knocks her off and she falls to her death. The other girl, as you know, is bled to death. So they open the window and chuck her body out. Nice. Disgusting. Fucked up. So they're wiping the blood, they're getting rid of the evidence, and they think they've got away. This is the bit where, again, they say it's like Last House on the Left. Because they meet the doctor. Somewhere on the line, the woman's injured her leg. And they see the doctor on Christmas Day. They want to know what's taking the daughter so long. And then they find out, of all things, they find out on a news fucking radio, that the daughter has been found. She's been messed down there, bled to death, and she's dead. The other girl's body was found somewhere around near some rocks in the river, also dead. Of all things. So the father goes mad. He finds out it was them what's done it. He kills one lad. I think he batters him to death. The woman finishes him off, the bitch I like to call her. He gets the other one, shoots him with a shotgun. But the only thing that fucking pisses me off, and I remember saying this when I reviewed this film before, the police come. She gets up, walks away, and then it ends there, pauses and picture frame, facing the last house. And then you get annoying fucking religion music again, and she just gets off scot free. Chatted them lads with stun bags, but she was the worstest of all. She egged them on, she told them to set to the mirror, do this, do that. And the funny thing right there, the girls were naive, but unlike Last House, where it was an old stupidity, going to a strange person's house. Think about it, it's one you've never been before, and you go to someone's house. The girls started to do the right thing. They went on to another train because they felt uneasy, just to find that them studies sneak on that train and do that. So you sort of feel for these girls, the fact that it was in the one place at the one time, and you think the most safest place, a train. But that's one thing I like about it. I thought it was different, it was unique. The ending pisses me off that she gets away free. It's the same there. They did a movie called, if I remember right, let me think of it now. It has two names, and they think, oh, that's it. Let me think of it. I've got it somewhere, I can't think of it. Deep Red, that's it. Deep Red. She's in that film now called Deep Red. But in that, she gets killed. But the same actress who plays this bitsy woman, I should say. But the film, it's a very well made film. It does show a lot of good scenes on the train. It's got these priests and they're playing test. And you've got this one woman a bit slutty. So they do a lot of good moody atmosphere on the train, but like Last House, it's an hard film to watch. It's a hard film to watch, but again, I can appreciate what it did. Yes, you could say it's a tome, it's a rip-off of Last House, but still say it's a very well made film. If you don't like disturbing films, it's definitely not going to be the film for you. But if you're into films that say like Last House, you like the idea of it, it's like a raping revenge film, it'll probably be your cup of tea. But for an Italian sort of knockoff of Last House, it's not a bad one, Night Train Murders. You can definitely see why it was in the video nasty era. Might was a video nasty. But compared to some, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I appreciate what it was doing. I appreciate there was a story to it. I appreciate at the end the fucking scumbags get the well deserved. You feel sorry for the parents. The other bit that pisses me off is that woman walking away. So for that, I'll give it a 3-star rating because I appreciate it has a story to it, has a reason, isn't just blood and gore. I mean, you feel like it doesn't really have that much blood and gore in it, but it's a disturbing film. But I appreciate it's sort of a knockoff of Last House, but it's not a bad one. The fact it's on a train makes it different. There's some disturbing bits in it, I'm not going to lie, but it's not a bad one. So again, 3-star rating for the video nasties, being that one. But into them, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you later.